Hi everybody, this is an unboxing video, but first let's get in the mood with some cool ambient shots and a cat. This is my first video back since having my baby. It's been a roller coaster, so sorry for being away, but here we are again, and I wanted to have a little bit more fun with this video. That's why there's more cat, and I set myself up with a coffee and decided, you know what, today's the day we're gonna unbox Nendoroid. The only tough part, I needed a Nendoroid, and I had a candidate, and her name was Elsa. I have this box in my home that occasionally spits out Nendoroids for a exorbitant fee. Luckily it gave me an Elsa and we're ready to go. Here's her box. I don't know if anybody cares about looking at Nendoroid boxes. I save them, I don't display them, but this one had some lovely little lifted frosting all over it that I just thought was real cute, so look at that, that's our favorite pose. And honestly, I just got a new turntable, so here we are enjoying a turntable. You're gonna see this bad boy come back multiple times. But first, Elsa, it's time to get you out of that box. I need you to show yourself. But first we need to tell the box to let it go. And believe it or not, that took more effort than it should have. I don't know why these boxes sometimes just do not want to open, but it didn't. And then it did. Always with the packaging, always with the instructions. We don't need them. We're experts by now. But here she is in her plastic prison. First, let's take a look at that delicious backdrop. I love that they include these, even if you don't use them. A lot of deluxe Nendoroids, or even some of these ones, have them, and I think that's really cute. And now for the dismemberment. Her arms were fiddly. They popped right out of the package, and that really cheesed me off, but we found them. Look at how huge this thing is. You'll see it better when I get it out of the packaging. Give me a second, and bam. Perfect. It's massive. And another neck joint we're never gonna use. I'm gonna figure out something cool to do with those someday. Oh good, Olaf's here too. I don't like him. I'm not happy that he's here. Whatever. It's fine. And now our queen is unboxed, and she is a queen indeed. Oh, I love her. I love looking at those face plates. Look at the sass, look at the snark, those big beautiful eyes. I mean, frankly, there's nothing that could ruin this. Oh.
I think some bees would suit you.
It's better. It's kind of weird that I even have this Elsa, because she's not one of my favorites. I barely even like Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh good. Environmental destruction, thank you. Good smile.
Hey bees.
Someone's displeased by all this. But yeah, I like Elsa as a Nendoroid. I don't love her as a character. She kind of let me down in some of the movies, but I want to like her. There's a lot I want to love about her, and frankly, the Disney Nendoroids have some of the cutest faceplates. Let's change this pose after a quick round of decapitation. Is this treason?
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Maybe it's treason, I don't know. Please don't tell them in Arendelle. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, sorry, I don't love the Frozen movies, but I like this Nendoroid because of her chubby little bunny cheeks. So if you're still hanging around on this video, how are you? I want to know. Leave a comment, whatever people ask you to do. I just want to try a bit of a different video. I put a lot more effort into the cuts and the edits in this because honestly I was just having a really good time with it. And that was nice. It's the first time I've made a YouTube video where I didn't hate the process. I normally do, and that's normally why I don't stick around with them, but this one was fun. And I hope that pays off, and I hope you're having a good time just hanging out. It's really all that I wanted from this, was just to hang out. I think we could all use a little bit of virtual hanging out. I know we're tired of it, but I don't know. I'm just happy to get to share something with everybody right now, frankly. But back to Elsa. She has an amazing neck. It's so stiff, and that's awesome for a Nendoroid. She holds a pose, and look at her bedazzled little bodice. The glitter doesn't shed. It's delicious. Look at that. It literally didn't come off. It's perfect. And her train. Oh, transparency and also glitter. And the best part about it, it helps her stand up. Oh, it's my favorite part. I hate it when they're hard to get to stand, but she's great.
Hold on, let me do
Now it's important to try to get her little sassy, little let it go pose in, and just kind of rip her face off one more time. This one's such a snarky little face. It gives her some tude and the ability to fly, but mostly the tude. I also have to say, while I kind of hate the little demure hands on the pooch posed arms together, I mean they're nice, but I think they're kind of boring. I really like using one of them like this. Using one with the little cocked up arm I think is really sweet. It's a little sassy and a little princessy. I think that's nice. That stupid little plastic thing though, I hate it. I almost lost it, actually, the day I recorded all this. We went to go take her outdoor photos on a very hurricane-esque day. You'll see footage of it later. And she got knocked off the edge of the railing I had her on, and that thing flew across the gazebo. I almost gave up looking for it, but I eventually found it. Oh good, I remembered that I had an Olaf. I don't like him as a character, but even worse, the Anna that I also have, because you know I had to buy them together, Anna also has an Olaf. Who made that decision? Why did you do it? Why do I have two Olafs now? What am I gonna do with them? I don't know. Make a nightmare snuff film about killing Olaf? I don't know. Nobody watches these videos, so I can say horrible stuff like that. And it doesn't feel good to say it, but that's fine. About Olaf, he has arms, they bend. Neat. What do you want from me? I don't like Olaf. And I'm not thrilled that I have him in my life. And I'm not thrilled that he's near Elsa, but... Another turn around. She's going around in a circle. I could just look at her all day. I don't know, I'm looking at her right now while I'm recording this voiceover. She's sitting over there in my cabinet. Spoiler alert, she's gonna go in a cabinet at the end of this video. Yikes. Sorry guys. So a big part of these videos when I started recording them for Instagram was that people wanted to see the end process. So let's get a coffee, or our old coffee that we haven't finished yet, give a few more smooches to my cat, and get ready to go outside into the hurricane. First, more cream for the coffee. I know just the thing. And here's that little baby boy I was mentioning to you. He's here. I'm not pregnant anymore. I'm a mom. And he's really cute. And he cooperated really well both days. That's right, this was day 1, and that was coffee 1 of 2. I think coffee 3 for that day alone. It was raining this day, but we thought, okay, there's a gazebo at a pretty park we go to all the time. I think we could do her photo there. And we were wrong. It's a beautiful park in Paulsbo that I take toy photos at all the time, but unfortunately, a beautiful gust of wind came up. Didn't mess with our little baby bean, though. And knocked Elsa over. This was the only photo I got before she knocked over, and it looks like shit. But we went to day 2, which was actually today. And we got another coffee from a local coffee stand. And it was way better than the previous day, which was nice. We actually went downtown to downtown Bremerton by the ferry terminal. I shoot photos here a lot. It's one of my favorite spots. And it wasn't quite as wet. And we happened to be passing by, conveniently, on the day that our local little boardwalk was having a gun and knife sale, because that's where you expect to get your guns and your knives. It's important when you're out taking toy photos to point out to your husband which rocks you hate and which rocks you like for future toy photos. I'm sure he's cataloging all of this. I know that I am. Eventually we stumbled upon an acceptable rock. It's not my favorite, but it was okay for what I needed. See my cute little carrying bag? I bought it on Etsy because I wanted my Nendos to be safe. And here's where my husband becomes an auteur and the film student in him comes back with a vengeance. But it's okay, because I got my photo. We beheaded the queen, put her in a new pose, and then set off to find a different spot. We fought the sunlight. It was very bright, but I don't know. That's kind of nice, isn't it? Also, geese. This is where that pert little bottom gets to squat down on some sharp, pokey rocks. This was a nice day. Honestly, I had a good time. I'm sure you can hear my baby screaming in the background, and if you can't, my baby's screaming in the background. But it's okay, because he's got his dad. Honestly, I haven't taken a toy photo in a couple weeks now. It's been really hard with the baby, so getting out to do this and getting to spend the time editing this video and getting to reflect on all of it, this was nice. This was something that I needed. I hope it's been nice to watch, or you've at least gotten to enjoy hanging out. I'm enjoying it, if that counts for anything. Say bye to the fairy. Time to go home. And edit. This is not by any means a comprehensive overview of how I edit my toy photos. It's really just a fast pass look. I spend most of my time, honestly, in the camera raw section, getting all my levels right, because that's kind of the most fun part to me. Really satisfying getting an idea of what tone you want right off the bat, just with a couple sliders. I think I already mentioned it, but Anna's the next one. Are you guys excited for that? More excited than Elsa? I don't know. I don't know if I am. We'll see. My edits are largely the same across every toy photo. I brighten up their eyes, and then I add spots and dots in overlay, color dodge, what have you.
It's absolute fucking chaos.
Probably the simplest part of all this, but I don't know, I feel like it adds a little pop of life. Sometimes I go more ham on my photos, sometimes I don't. This was one of those don't times, because I thought the photos themselves were kind of nice on their own. We had such a beautiful sunny day that I just wanted that to speak for itself. Also a massive shout out to Autumn Orange, who did all of the music. It's Critical Role focused, so spoiler alerts I guess, but he does an amazing job, and I was really happy to finally get them all. And now for the final look. I had a really good time editing these, even if it's simple. I just really like gentle touches sometimes. And this is a really cute Nendoroid. I highly recommend her if you're a fan. If you're not, she's just a really pretty figure to add to the collection. She's such a queen. She's my queen. And now she's going into the case, where she's gonna live. And I hope you guys have had a good time watching this, and I hope you're doing okay, and I hope you're excited for the next one. I am, and it's gonna be Anna. No surprises there. In the meantime, please take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye!
Jester, I think it's safe to say that this first case is closed.